Hi guys, today I'm going to explain about universal allocation. So universal allocation introduced in S4 2021. In fact, I already prepared one video last time in detail. But one of my viewer requested that they want to see a practical scenario how to use universal allocation and moreover how to configure it. So universal allocation is a new form what is normally we are doing in our cost allocation process. So it is applicable when you are going to allocate your cost from one cost center to multiple cost centers or to another cost center. So again, the concept of distribution or assessment, your margin analysis, all it is applicable on universal allocation. But this one we are going to use in FIORI. So if any business, they don't have the on-premises. In on-premises, you know how to configure the distribution method or assessment method. But if they don't have the on-premises, they are only in the cloud version, then how they are going to allocate this cost? So that is why SAP introduced in S4 2021 the concept of universal allocation. So what is the need of this? As I said, this is one of the cloud functionalities. That means we will have couple of FIORI applications. By using these FIORI applications, we are going to use it. And moreover, you will find some simplicity here. Like if you'll go for on-premises, you will find the complex organization structure required multiple views. That is one problem. Second one is if I'm the user or business analyst, then it is very difficult for us to understand this how this one is allocated. What is until unless you don't have a good knowledge on the costing side, then you will not able to understand what is this allocation or how these allocations happen. Okay, then if I want to see a graphical presentation like what is the sender cost center, what are the receiver cost centers, all these informations are also not available in the on-premises. So all these things now it is simplified in this universal allocation, and SAP here it is giving some applications to replace all the T codes whatever earlier we are using. In fact, it is there in the on-premises, but in cloud point of view. So we have one application is there that is manage allocations. So in this manage application, you are going to use different allocation segments and all you are going to create. So a concept is same. Then we are going to use one application that is run application. Then we will see allocation results. And here I want to see the allocation flow. That is very interesting. If I am the user, then I can get more details at a glance. That is from the allocation flow. So let's quickly take one example, and same thing I'm going to configure in the system, and we will post one document and then we will allocate it. So I'm going to create one allocation cycle. Okay, right now we are saying that it is your managed allocation or it is universal allocation, and the entire concept we will see, and also we will see the integration documents. So the let's go into the example. Now you can see this Excel sheet. So here for your demonstration purpose, I have created one cost center, and initially we are going to post our cost with this cost center, that is CFO office. So assume that CFO office is one of our cost center and where we are going to record our cost. So this is my one GL account, salary. This is another GL account, general expenditure. So initially, let's take some amount here. For example, let's say this one is 12,000 and this one is 3,000. So for the month of September, I am going to record the cost. For the month of September, I am going to record this cost 12,000 and 3,000. So total 15,000 INR I am going to record with our cost center CFO office. As we know that this cost, if we are going to record, so it is not going to be part of our cost of production in the first run. So that is why I have these three production cost centers are there, and these three cost centers are also integrated with my PP module. So that is why in month end, we need to allocate this cost, this total 15,000 cost into three different cost centers. So 1001, 1002, 1003. So total cost I am going to allocate these three cost centers, and here I have given the percentage. You can use here statistical key figure, that is also same concept. So by using this percentage, I am going to allocate. But here I am not going to use any of our old allocation process, which is your distribution or period and distribution. Rather, we are going to use here universal allocation process, and we will configure this part in our under the application manage application. So let me create this allocation cycle for you. So now we will go into the FIORI, and in FIORI, we will see this particular application. So now I'm in my FIORI dashboard, and here we will, if you know the application, you can directly go the application. Otherwise, you can search the application here. In the search bar, you can search here the application manage allocation. So now we are going to create that allocation cycle by using the FIORI application under Universal Allocation. And this is your application which you need to search or you need to use here. That is your manage allocation. So under this manage allocation, we are going to create our allocation cycle. If any allocation cycle already there, so that also you can verify here. Like I have not created anything here, but still, let's say if I have created anything, then I can get those information. So if I will click here, make sure that your controlling area and company code need to be selected. So if I will click here, go, and if you have already created any allocation cycle, then you can get here. So I don't have anything, so I need to create a new one. Click on create a new allocation cycle, then give some description or anything you can just give here. Let's say I will give here 15,000 as my allocation cycle. So allocation cycle, allocation context, that means it is applicable on which cost object, because as we know that we are doing a lot of allocations from different areas, like cost center allocation we are doing, COPA allocation we are doing. So margin analysis, nothing but profitability analysis or profit center. So I'm going to use here the cost center that I selected. Allocation type, that is your planned cost or actual cost that you are going to select. But here allocation type means it is you are going to select your secondary allocation or primary allocation. So I'm going to use here distribution because I'm going to allocate my GL postings, which is my primary allocation. Then you can specify your GL account, the ledger, leading ledger, non-leading ledger, extension ledger, whatever. Then validity. So let's take something. Then valid 2. So if I will use it forever, infinity, then I can include here the future date, or you can, let's say, current financial year. Anyway, you can also do the necessary modification in future. Then give some description. So it is, let's say, CFO office cost allocation. Then add your company code and whether it is actual or plan. So select that. I selected here actual cost allocation. Create. Okay, so in this screen, we are going to specify some more parameters here that you are going to specify here. If you want to give some notes, so you can do that. So CFO office cost allocation. Then in field groups, you can select any quantities. We are not allocating quantities here. We are allocating the cost. So actual transaction that we are going to allocate here. Then continue further, processing indicator. Okay, now here if you want to maintain derivative rule, that you can maintain. But in this example, I'm not explaining derivative. So that we will see in another video. So as per our Excel example, here we have one sender cost center, that is 2003. And we have 3 receiver cost centers, and we are going to include here 2 different GL accounts, 2000, 2022. So accordingly, we are going to allocate our, or we are going to create our segment. So create, give some segment name. Let's say this is segment 1. So it is salary and admin cost. Maintain your sender rule. So in sender rule, like I'm going to update here the posted amount. So whatever the cost already posted, that we are going to allocate, because during this month, finance already posted various transactions. So in our example, with this cost center 2003, having some costs are there, it is in USD. So cost is recorded. If I will show you the original document, this is my document where you can see 12,000 salary I recorded, general expenditure recorded 3,000, and all cost I recorded with the cost center 2003. So this cost we need to allocate. So from this cost center, we will transfer or we will allocate to the production cost center as a month end process. This is your period and activities. So for that purpose, I selected here posted amount, then receiver rule. We are going to, you can maintain statistical key figure. I am taking this one as fixed percentage. So some percentage wise we are going to allocate, but you are comfortable, you can use statistical key figure by selecting variable option. Then you can maintain the notes, leave it. Then coming to sender. So here account number. So in account number, we have two account numbers are there. So if it is single value, then you can continue single value, or if you range are there, you can take the interval. In my case, it is group. So I already created one group, cost element group, and that I'm going to select from this list. So the last one. And cost center is single cost center. So which is already we have recorded this cost, that is 2003. So select here that particular cost center. So 2003, that is CO4 office. Done. Then coming to receiver. So in receiver, add the parameters. So we are going to transfer cost to cost center. So receiver is our, or multiple cost centers are there. Add those. Again, here also single value or group interval accordingly you can take. Let's take here interval. So if I'm going to add here interval, then as per the example, so we are going to allocate the cost to our cost center 1001 to our cost center 1003 range, or here, or you know how to select a cost center group. You can select the option here in this parameter. You can select the type as your group, and accordingly you can select group. If you select here single value, then accordingly you can select single value. So both options I have shown to you. As per your requirement, you can select as per your suitable option. Okay, so it is done. Next, coming to receiver basis. So in receiver basis, we are going to allocate the cost. Okay, and here we are going to allocate these three cost centers. How much percentage cost we are going to allocate? 100% cost. So let's say 70% cost I will transfer here, 20% cost I will transfer here, and 10% cost I will transfer here. So it should be 100%. Okay, then save it. Now, who is going to do this one? As it is FIORI, so this is part of your configuration. So normally power user or your support team, they may configure it, because like it as per the need, month end allocations need to be designed. So mostly it will be handled by the support team, but it is not part of a development activity, because I manage this one through FIORI. So to make the process simple, that's why SAP given this option in the cloud or in the FIORI, so that business users can manage this month-end allocations as per their need. Now, configuration done. So I have created this one. Now, if you want to allocate, then we need to add here one more application, and that application is, so first one application we have used, that is manage allocation. Now we will go for execute that application, which is your run application. So here also you can see run option there. If you click here, then it will be redirected to there. Otherwise you can search it here, the application. So I can go to the run application, means execution. Click on run. So this cycle is there. So now I can see this cycle is there and I can run it. But before that, I want to do a test run. So if I want to see the test run, so I can click here, test run. So select something, my custom run as test, or let's say A001 test. Then period, for which period? So right now we are using a 6th period, September. I'm following April to March. If it is your calendar year, then accordingly you can select. So this will be 6th period from 2023 financial year. Then again, if you want to do it, you can give any note here. So it is test allocation, and go for it. Display test run result. So it is another application. Now it is redirecting to another application, that is your allocation result. Otherwise you can use that particular application. Okay, and select here. Okay, so it is status is showing completed. Now see the result. Now as it is test run, so with this execution, you will not find any impact in your actual values. No, it's not yet allocated because we just executed with the test run to check whether our configuration or our allocation cycle is correct or not. So here I can see that this one is sender is 2 because I have included 2 cost elements, and in each 3 receivers are there. So number of receivers are 6. And okay, so informations I get here. This is a actual cost we are going to allocate. Allocation type we selected distribution. So in this process, if you want to see how many senders, so that information you can see here. Okay, so 2 GL accounts, then your receivers. So in each segment, 3 cost centers are there, then accordingly it is there. So it is 2 times every line you will find. Then some journal entries will be there, accounting entries will be there. But right now it is not there, it is in test mode. So accounting entries will be there, and if any error will be there, then you will get in the message also, like if in execution, if any error will be there, then you can. So if you want, you can rerun, you can reverse, everything you can do. So now we are going to go for actual run. So test run is working fine, and we will go for actual run. So go for run. So this is final. Now result, you will know like what you are going to get here. So already I have shown this one in the test run. So already you have seen it, but let's see whether it's allocated or not. So I can see cost is allocated. So the right now all my cost allocated from this cost center 2003 to our production cost centers. Okay, so this one like on premises is complicated. If I will go to the cost of production, for example, let's say where we allocated 1001 to 10003. So here we have allocated, but again here I have used this one in my other scenario. So that's why you will find 1001. So here you will find so many costs are there, but you will see some cost is allocated. But I want a very simple presentation. I want to see this part, but in a very simple way I want to see. If we'll go to this allocation flow, then you will get this information. Cost center. Now see, this one is very easy to understand. This on-premise report is very complex. Like from this, it is very difficult to understand how this cost is allocated. But this report, you can see it is very easy to understand. Now here, a graphical presentation we are getting. Now in this presentation, I can see like initially I have recorded my total cost with cost center 15,000. And what is that cost center? CFO office. From CFO office, I allocated some cost to my one cost center, to my this cost center, and to my this cost center. So as per the percentage. Okay. So then here received anything? No, it is a sender cost center. So sent 15,000, and here it is receiver cost center. So that's why everywhere in the receive amount you will find. So whatever the percentage we have given 70, 30, 20 and 10%. So it is 10%, you can see this is 20% and this is 70%. So this is graphical presentation, or it is our allocation flow. So in this way, now the entire process, the month-end allocation is very easy by using this allocation or universal allocation. And of course, if you will go to this accounting documents, you will find the accounting documents too, because we know that in this process we are going to have the accounting document as well. So if we'll go to the previous one, and here if we'll go to the journal entry, just check here, do you have any accounting doc? Because we know that it is a month end allocation. So initially we have allocated the cost, and then we have allocated cost to production cost center. So here you can see these allocations, journal entries are there. And what is the document number? 70013. Now that 70013 document, if we'll check here, as it is hybrid system, so in both we will get that information. So this is my document. So here you can see the sender and receiver. So wherever you will find the minus entry, that is your sender cost center 2003, and wherever it is plus, that is my receiver cost centers, and my finance document generated. So exactly it is the same result what already you have earlier you have configured in on-premises by using your distribution method or your assessment. The same concept now it is applicable by using universal allocation. Thank you very much for watching this video.